again, guys. How are you today? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a great week. So today I'm going to review this Rosalind. It's Professional Nail Art Poly Nail Gel, soft pink. It's 60 milliliters, 2 fluid ounces, and you can use it in a UV light or a LED light. Comes in a really pretty soft flowers on it, the graphics. So let's open it up. I'm going to do a swatch today on my nail. So here it is, and it was $9.99 at Amazon, which is a pretty good price because I think I know I bought other ones that were more expensive off of there, and you know, anywhere else that you would get them. So that's a pretty good price for, you know, 2 ounces. Use a UV or LED, you know, light system. So anyway, we're going to take it off, and so you've got a seal, a nice seal on here. So I just use my tweezers and peel it off like that. I'm going to bring this over here too. Oops, get that out of the way. It's definitely a little bit more opaque, which is awesome, you know, because a lot of times, like with mine, your nail bed's not perfect when you're doing fills on it. Even if you're careful, you know, it's not going to always look perfect. And so, you know, this kind of can hide some of the imperfections anyway. So whether you're using it on yourself or a client. So, okay, so the first thing we need to do, I've already prepped it. I've used it, you know, I've buffed it, got it ready to put the product on it. And by the way, I started out with a gel tip is what, you know, is first. And I have a tutorial, one of my tutorials on there, if you look, I believe it was Curious Skies. I've done it for Curious Sky and I've done it for E-Nail Couture. Anyway, showed how to put on the gel tips. So anyway, that's what was at the base of this. And so now we're gonna go ahead, and I did do a dehydrator over it after I got it buffed the way I wanted it, e-filed. And then I put, I used gel, actually I used IBD gel natural nail primer, and just put it up on the natural nail. And you don't have to, you know, you can just use a base gel and then put the polygel over it. But, you know, for me, I want to know it's going to last me 3 weeks or whatever. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead and do, so I'm using McCart's because I don't have Rosalind yet. I'm going to use McCart's base coat. And we're going to go ahead and just, you know, put a coat of that on. Just, you know, not too much, but, you know, just send the normal coat on there. We're going to go ahead, so I'm going to clean up the edges real quick with my cuticle pusher. Okay, and I've got my little Delish travel light. I'm going to put it under there for about 45 seconds. I think it says normally on the base gel is 30 to 60 seconds. So I found 45 seconds works great. So we'll go ahead and set that. I've got it, it's in a little LED light. It does say you can use a UV light on here, but usually it takes longer if you use a UV light. It's usually about 2 minutes, I believe. So I'm just gonna put this up at the top part and leave that more clearish so I can put glitter. So let me see if I can get the right amount. I just squeeze it out. Now, you know, these brushes usually come with a spatula on the other end, and some people will like those, and you can use that if you'd like to. It's easier, I've gotten used to squeezing it out, and hopefully I won't squeeze out too much today. Okay, so there's a little bit. I'd rather start out with a little less than too much. Okay, so now I'm just using alcohol for my slip. I prefer it. I don't like the smell of the other stuff. So, and it works great usually for me. So let's turn it this way. I hope I have it in frame so that you can see it. So it looks like I need a little bit more alcohol, and my brush might not have been. Okay, so I just kind of like gently, I found it works better for me if I just sort of gently pat it while I kind of am spreading it as well. And you want to keep it more tapered, of course, you know, to the cuticle and side and cuticle areas. And you know, of course, you can make this as, you know, thick as you want. Okay, let's see here. So I need to get it over on this side now, and I'm trying to stay in frame, I hope. Let's see if we can get a little more light on that, I hope, too. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure that I got it across the way I want it. Now, my apex is built up enough, but of course you would want to put it thicker, you know, through the apex area, you know, if you needed that built up. But see, it's pretty easy. You know, it's blending really nice. What I found with the polygels, for me anyway, that works better is if I just keep it more on the gentle side, then it's less work. So I'm just going to kind of gently go around the edge here, or swipe next to the edge here to make sure that nothing's on my skin. So that, I think, looks pretty good. So the only thing else I want to do is I'm going to kind of swipe along here because I want to have kind of a smile line. Yeah, sorry my nails don't look all pretty and perfect right now. I've been out gardening too, so cutting bushes already. Even though I scrub them. And I do wear gloves, but I did wear holes in the end of my gloves from these pointed nails. So I'm gonna have to buy some new gloves now, dang it. Anyway, you can use the polygel for fills to do a new set. You can use them with the pop-ups if you like using those, or put them over tips, you know, like I have. Full or half tips. You know, use it for fill or however you want. Okay, so I think I got it pretty much the way I want it. Pretty perfect for me anyway. Perfect enough to me, I should say. Okay, it looks like it moved just a teeny bit right over here. So I'm just gonna gently swipe next to that and make sure it's not on my skin again. Okay, so it looks good. See, it's just a real soft, pretty pink. So we're gonna go ahead and set it. And I set it in here twice. The polygel, I like to set it twice to make sure it's set really good. So, you know, unless you need to file on it, then do that first, of course. I'm gonna set it one more time. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do this, let me see, it's actually pretty sticky, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be sticky enough because these glitters are pretty big. So I think I will just go ahead and I'm just gonna do a base gel up to that smile line. Okay. And then it's a little hollow, kind of opaly hollow glitters. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my gel brush. And I think I'm gonna dab it just a little bit in that alcohol. So hopefully I'm in frame so you can see this. And I'm just gonna dab my brush in here and just try and get some of these glitters. And so I'm just gonna put it down on the bottom part of the nail. And you can make this, you know, do it however you like doing the chunky glitters. But I thought this was pretty easy, so just kind of, you know, get them on there the way you want. Okay, so I'm just gonna maybe do it with my brush. Just sort of dab on there. And you know, you can put them up as high as you want, depending on if you're gonna do anything else, any other nail art on them, of course, but I think they're pretty by themselves too. Base gel over this, and you wanna get enough on your brush so that you don't wanna because if you don't have enough, you'll be pulling this glitter right back off. I just sort of kind of dab over it, and make sure I've got it covered. So I think I'm really liking the Rosalind. Price is great. It went on really easy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set this in there then for 45 seconds, once or twice anyway in the light. So there it is, our Rosalind Professional Nail Art Poly Nail Gel Soft Pink. It seems like a great deal, and I like how it went on. I like how it went on, and I think it's pretty. Nice, soft, pretty pink. So I'm going to go ahead and put a top coat over this. Now that's, you know, that's all I'm going to do on this nail. So I'm using McCart's No Wipe top coat. So we're going to go ahead and just put a coat of this over it, a generous amount over it. Now, you know, you probably will want to, you know, see how smooth that you got it on after this, after you set this in the light, and then you can decide if you know, if it feels bumpy and you need to file it, or if you need to do a second coat of top gel over it. You know, you could have done a builder gel coat if you wanted to, if you know, really caked on the glitters and you felt like it was going to be too, you know, bumpy. You know, you could have done that, but I'm happy with this. I think it's going to be fine. And this is how I did the other ones, and I was pretty happy with them. Okay, so we're going to set it in the light again. Okay, so feels good. Looks pretty. Looks like I need to kind of just clean up the edge a little bit on the sides. Feels pretty good. Looks pretty. Needs some cuticle oil, and I think I'm about done. Now, if you're really anal, you could file that, like I said, and then put another, you know, top coat, gel top coat over it. But I think I'm good. I think I'm happy enough with it. It definitely needs some cuticle oil, though. Yep. I think it definitely needs some cuticle oil. And maybe some foil flowers over it. So anyway, thanks so much for, you know, watching. Please like and subscribe and click on the bell icon at the top so you'll get a notice of my next new tutorial, which I have like at least 3 of them I'm supposed to be doing, so pretty soon. So once again, that's pretty soft pink Rosalind Polygel. Awesome. Thanks. Bye, guys.